History of the United States 1865 to 1917. The history of the United States from 1865 until 1917 cover the Reconstruction era, the Gilded Age, and the Progressive era, and include the risk of industrialization and the resulting surge of immigration in the until state. This article focuses on political, economic, and diplomatic history. This period of rapid economic growth and soaring prosperity and in the northern until state and the western United States saw the US become the world dominant economic, industrial, and agriculture power. The average annual income of non-farm worker grew by 75% from 1865 to 1900, and then grew another 33% by 1918 with a victory in 1865 over the southern confederate state in the Civil War. The United States became a United Nations with a stronger nation government. Reconstruction about the end of legalized slavery plus citizenship for a formal selves than before, but their newfound political power was rolled back within a decade, and they became a second class civilization under a Jim Crow system of deeply oppressive segregation that would stand for the next 80 to 90 years. Politically, during the third party system and fourth party system, the nation was monthly dominated by Republicans. After 1900, the assassinations of President William McKinley, the progressive era about political, business, and social reforms. The progressive worked through new middle class organization to fight against the corruption and behind the scenes power of intact state political party organization and big city machines. The damaged and won women's right to vote and the nationwide public prohibition of alcohol 1920 to 1933 in an unprecedented wave of European immigration. 27.5 million new arrivals between 1865 to 1918 provided the labor base necessary for the expansion of industry and agriculture, as well as the population base for most of fast growing urban America. By the late 19th century, the until states had become a leading global industry power, building on new technologies and explaining and expanding railroad network and abundant natural resources such as coal, timber, oil, and farmland to user in the second industrial revolution. It was also during this period that the United States began to emerge as a global superpower. The US easily defeated Spain in 1898 with expectantly about a small empire. Cuba quickly was given independence, and the Philippines eventually became independent in 1946. Puerto Rico became permanent U.S. territories, as did Alaska. The independent Republic of Hawaii was annexed by the U.S. as a temporary in 1898. Resources was the period of 1863 to 1877 in which the federal government temporarily took control one by one of the southern states of the Confederacy before the assassinations in April 1865. President Abraham Lincoln had announced moderate plan was for reconstruction to reintegrate the former Confederates as fast as possible. Lincoln set up the Freedmen's Bureau in March 1865 to aid farmer enslaved people in finding education, health care, and employment. The final absolutely of slavery was arrived by the 13th Amendment ratified in December 1865. However, Lincoln was opposed by the radical Republicans within his own party who feared that the farmer congregates would not truly give up on slavery and Confederates nationalism and would always try to reinstate behind the scenes. As the result, the radical Republicans tried to impose legal constrictions that would script most actionable rebels rights to votes and hold elected office. The radical was opposed by Lincoln's vice president and successor Tennessee Democrat Andrew Johnson. However, the radical won the critical elections of 1866, winning through enough seats in Congress to override President Johnson's words of such legislations. They even successfully impeached President Johnson and almost removed him from office in 1868. Meanwhile, they gave the South freedmen, new constitutional and federal legal protections.